Now that's a pretty good way to start the day. Well, okay, except for the traffic noise and all that stuff, and the fact that there is so much color in that sky, I was unsure that people were actually going to believe it. But that's how it looked. It was a beautiful day to go see if I could find any wild horses up in the Red Deer River country. It was sunny and bright and warm, far warmer than it really should have been at this time of year, but I'll take it. Water was bubbling up through the cracks in the Red Deer River ice, and along with that and the melting, it was turning at this gorgeous turquoise. But along with that melting, the wind was starting to pick up. Not too bad, and of course it was quite warm. But the further west I went, the windier it became. That made for some pretty cool ripples on this little spring-fed pond. There wasn't much ice on it, which is no surprise. It's spring-fed. The surprise was this golden-eye duck. Hardly ever see ducks up here in the winter. Or a bare forest floor. The last time I was here, back in August, except for these patches of ice, it really didn't look all that much different. Plenty of green showing through. And the sound? Well, it was kind of the same, except for the grater you can hear beeping in the background. It was lovely, but I still hadn't seen any horses, so I kept going west to try to find some. I drove through this burnt-out area along the Red Deer River. Actually, I quite like this. It's so stark, all these dead trees, and it's just so pretty. But then as I was turning around to head back, I saw something in my mirror. Bighorn sheep. They normally live up here, kind of share the landscape with the wild horses, but I hardly ever see them this low. Maybe because there's so little snow they just wandered down. I don't know. But it was so cool to see them. I sat and watched them graze for a good while. It was pleasant sitting there with the windows open and that wind howling through. And it was just getting warmer and warmer by the minute. Thing is, I still hadn't seen any horses. So I went back through where they normally are to have a look, and well, I just didn't have any luck. But that's just the way it goes when you're out looking for things. Sometimes you find them, sometimes you don't. And when you're in beautiful country like this, does it really matter? No, not at all. And maybe even more so on a warm January day like this. It was plus 15 degrees by the time I got east of the foothills. And bright red water was running everywhere. I hope at least some of it managed to soak into the fields. Oh, and the red color of that water? Yeah, that's real. Just like the colors at sunrise. Red in the morning, red in the evening. In the end of a spectacular day.